Welcome everybody to this new session of the Automation Club. Um, Today we are using the session to actually show you guys some how to deal with some of the changes that we have been doing recently in regards to payments in Apaleo. As you know, in the last months we have focused a lot on extending the features in this area. We deployed the authorizations feature and then the possibility to create a payment account, so to save a card of a guest on the reservation via a payment link and also via terminal. Next, there will be also the possibility to add multiple cards in a reservation or in a booking. And so to deal with all of the latest features and the new ones, we've implemented some changes on the APIs. Specifically, I would like to show you, if I can find the right page to share. Let me find. Yes, here. Uh, can you see the Swagger? Yeah, I guess so. Okay. So when you go to the Swagger of Apaleo, to the Booking V1 version, you will see that there is now a section called Payment Accounts and Payment Account Actions. These are all new APIs that we have developed over the last months. And these are all the actions that you can now also perform on the UI. However, to deal with these new APIs, we've also done some changes and we have deprecated some fields on the old APIs, on some APIs like the booking APIs and a few others. And all these changes, they can be found specifically in the latest announcement that we shared here in API announcement, which is this one. And you can go to the original version where we're deprecating basically the payment account and create booking model here, all of these APIs. And so, yes, what does this mean? It means that now we need to adapt the payment automations that we've been running so far, and therefore today we have decided to dedicate the whole session to show you how to do it. The agenda for today is the following. We will start to show you the old payment automation, like a standard payment automation that is in the community, that has been in the community for a while. Then we will show you, we will highlight the fields specifically that are going to be deprecated and where to find those fields. Then we will show you new payment automation, so how to use those new endpoints and how to deal with the deprecated fields. And therefore, we will do a deep dive into this new payment automation. And we will show you also how to leverage the new features. So at the end of this then showcase, you guys can ask all the questions that you want. And if we have time, we can also go deeper into those questions, and maybe you can share your screen. And in the meantime, you can also, of course, the Felix will present, you can also maybe look at your current payment automation and you can see where we are doing those changes. All right. So I would say let's get started. And Felix, the stage is yours,
Thank you.
and let's go. Of course,
Okay.
sorry, just one question. If you have questions in the meantime, feel free also to share them in the chat, and then we will take care of it. So here we go.
Okay. I hope you all can see my screen, right? Okay. Do you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, great. So as Fabri mentioned, now it is possible that we have multiple payment accounts in a reservation. For example, we can have a payment account in the reservation level of a reservation, and we can also have payment accounts. Oh, sorry, I'm German. Let me switch to English. And we can also have payment accounts on the booker of the reservation. So we can have multiple payment accounts. And therefore, a change on the API level was needed, and now we need to check what we need to change in Make.com in our payment automations. It is very important that we change all the payment automations which use this module, create payment by payment account. If you have other payment automations like add an OTA payment or something like that, which does not use a payment account, then you are fine. Everything we talk here is about when we use this module, create payment by payment account, if we want to charge credit cards or virtual credit cards. Okay, so now I want, and we need to make this change until May the 15th. Okay, so we have still 2.5 months in front of us to make these changes, and I will show you how easy it is to make these changes. So here we have an payment automation without a fix. We haven't fixed it for this change. And what you can see here is we are searching, we are pulling here all the reservations, and then we are checking here if these reservations have a payment account. But this field, this information payment account, you can look it up here. Payment account, these fields here, they are deprecated and they won't be there after May the 15th. So we can't rely on these fields anymore, and we need to find a solution how to build our payment automation without these fields, and we need to replace these filters here with a new solution. So it is very important, if you see something like payment account in your existing payment automations, then you need to find a solution, then you need to fix it, and I will show you a fix. But this is not the only change we have on May the 15th. We have a second important change, and the second important change is in the module create payment by payment account. From May the 15th on, this field here, this new field here, payment account ID, is required. So this is an old date. This is an old date meant is May the 15th. So your payment automation will break after May the 15th if you don't fill in the payment account ID into this field here. Okay, but right now you don't know how to get the payment account ID, and therefore we will fix this automation here. Okay, so for the fix we need one of the new endpoints Fabri had shown to us, and it is the endpoint search payment accounts. Before it was in that way that each reservation had one payment account. Okay, so we had a one-to-one relation, and each reservation could have one payment account. But I have shown to you that we have payment accounts on the booker level and on the reservation level, and maybe you will have more than one payment account in the future. So we need to decide which payment account to use. So we need to search for payment accounts which are owned by this reservation. So we add a new module here, add a new module, then we search, and we search for search payment accounts. Okay, search payment accounts, we use this here. And in search payment accounts, we can search for payment accounts, and we can add a filter, and we can add the filter reservation ID here. Okay, so save, and we can check this by run this module only. And this is my reservation ID. This is a reservation I have just shown to you. And if I let this run, then it searches for payment accounts. And what we can see here, we see two payment accounts. Okay, bundle 1 and bundle 2. And so the first payment account is for Theo Tester, and it has a target. It's the target booking. This is the payment account stored in the booking. And we have a second payment account also for Theo Testa, and it is stored in the reservation. Okay, so it doesn't matter for our payment automation which one we use, but what is very important is that we only add a payment to the reservation with one payment account and don't do it twice. So what we can do here, we can add here an extra filter, and we can say that the bundle order position should be equal to 1. And so we can make sure that we only charge one payment account. Next, one important thing you need to know is before, I can show it to you here, is we had this this filter here that the payment account needs to be active. So you can have inactive payment accounts and you can have active payments accounts. You know, VCCs are often inactive. So we need a replacement for this filter here. So, and if you look here into the details of the payment account, you can see, well, here's nothing like active or inactive. But here's another information, the status success. So what we can say here in the search payment account fields, we can say, okay, we only want payment accounts with the status success. And this makes sure that we only use active payment accounts. If we use an inactive payment account, which is pending or not activated yet, this last module will create an error, and we don't want that. So we add the status success here. We added the filter ID and for the reservation ID to get them, and we added the status success. Say, okay, let's check the other things. So we had found a replacement for this filter. We remove it. Payment account exists. This is a replacement for payment account exists. We search for a payment account, and if we don't find a payment account, no further execution will happen. So we have found a replacement for this filter. Oh, I haven't saved. Save. And then we have a last filter here, which is the payment account is virtual, should be false. So it should be a credit card, not a VCC. This is just an example, and we want to replace this filter, and we can replace this filter when we go here. And as you have seen here, we have this information somewhere here is virtual. We also have this information in this new module is virtual. So, okay, we add this filter on this step, and let's look it up. Is virtual. This is a Boolean. So a logic type is equal to false. Okay, save. We have added it. So now we can remove this, and we have no dependency on the payment account fields, which are deprecated and will be removed in 2.5 months. Save. Okay, this is what we need to do here. And as I told you, we need to add the payment account here, the payment account ID. And therefore we can say, okay, the payment account ID comes out of this module here, search payment account. And if I move here over it, you can see it wobbles a little bit up. So this ID field here, this is the payment account ID because it comes out from the module search payment accounts. So we use ID here. We have added it here. Okay, everything else can stay as it was before. Save. And now we are done with our fix. Let's check if it works. And it seems it has worked. So let's check if we have a payment here. Boom, done. This is our payment we have just created. And as you can see, it is very easy to add, to fix our existing payment automations, which charge credit cards. Yeah. One more thing which is important, in case you see something like in this list here, something like registered card, and there sometimes you will see something like payment, like registered card. It looks exactly the same like payment account, this is not a replacement for the payment account. This is for inactive credit cards or things. This is where Apaleo stores information that you will add in credit card at a later stage. So this is very important. If you see something new, which is named registered card, it is not a replacement. Don't use it. These are the wrong fields. It's not the right fix for this. You need to use search payment accounts to fix your payment automations.
Who's using some sort of payment automations right now? Who has automated this flow in your environment? For example, I don't know, Luca and Leandra, do you have some sort of payment automations at Stayery?
Yeah, we use it both for virtual credit cards as well for normal credit cards.
All right. So you have, how does your payment automation work specifically? Does it work on when the cancellation policies expires or when you have a different routine, maybe?
I think we charge them on the check-in day at a
Okay.
specific time.
Yeah, it's based on the time, yeah.
All right. So in that case, you will also need to adapt basically to this flow. Yeah, as you can see, basically there is one more module to use, and then there are some new filters to yeah items API items that needs to be changed. So at the end shouldn't be too complicated. And as well for the virtual credit card, at the end is the same flow. You just have most probably a different automation, I guess, right, Felix? But with different filters so that it behaves differently than.
Yeah.
Yes. Maybe I don't know, Robin, do you also have payment automation at your hotel, I think?
Yes, we have nearly the same automation, so
Oh,
a little bit adapted, but we use the same and with the logic that when the cancellation fee is due, then it will be charged. So
okay.
we also need to adapt it like this. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So it's exactly the payment automation that Felix was showing, which I can show everybody where you can find this one. So it's here, wait, I remember. Yeah, here, this one, payment automation. Exactly this one. We will also, by the way, update this extension after the call so that you can get directly the blueprint. And then if you're using specifically this one, then it's just literally a full replacement. If instead you're using parts of this automation, you can then just compare and copy over the changes that we've shown you today. Yes. Okay. Then let me see. Yeah. Is there any other question from the round? I know this is a very technical
I
call
have a
today.
question.
Thea, please.
So except of this module, this specific one with the payment automation, are there other ones that are impacted? Just so we like check everything that is related, or
Yeah. At the moment, no. So
Yeah.
only.
just this one? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
But
you can the read reservations module also has the payment account fields. So if you
Yeah,
if you just look for search reservations, you also need to look for read reservations, and both can expose the payment account fields which are deprecated. So you need to look these up if you use payment account fields from both modules.
okay. Thank you.
yes, and then of course there are the new APIs. For example, for the one of for creating a payment account via payment link. Now these APIs are also have been uploaded to make.com. So if you go to make.com, you can also find this specific module. I don't know, Felix, if you want to show them, or I can also show them from my account. Otherwise, just 1 second. So let me open it here and
while Fabri is looking the scenario up. Okay.
Here we go. Should be this one. Yes. So as you can see now, yeah, this is a quite simple automation that we already shared in a few sessions ago in the Automation Club. This is an automation that when a reservation is created, we read into the reservation details, and then we create a payment account via, we use the module create payment account by link to actually create a payment link that behaves not as a one-time payment, but as a tokenization. So the ability to store a payment, a guest card, so to say, in the reservation by sending them a link. So again, not sending them a link for one payment, but sending them a link to record their payment details in a safe and compliant way. And so if you remember in the past, we had to do make an API call here and make an API call here. And instead we have now uploaded all of the module, the APIs in make.com so that you have the specific module. You don't need to go into the Swagger and read the documentation and make an API call, which sometimes will be painful. So now you will do it directly from here. And yes, these are the parameters to create a payment a payment link. And then there is the sleep function that also, as you know, waits until the payment link is created. Then we get the payment link link, and then we send it out. Or at least this automation will send it out to the guest in order for them to guarantee the reservation. So the new modules are also now available, and you can make use of these ones. To also show you which automation I'm referring to, this is, let me find it. Yeah, create payment account via payment link. It's this one. As you can see, before you had to do an API call, and an API call here, and now instead we have the specific modules. All right, so that's also something that we have updated. And yeah, I don't know how many of you are using this automation to collect payment details, but it's in general is a much more secure way to get your guest cards information. And also it's an e-commerce transaction, which then means that there will be 3DS kicking in during the authorization, which will prevent, of course, potential chargebacks from your guest, because it's an e-commerce transaction and the guest needs to have it somehow approved via their device when they when they insert such a card detail. Yes. Felix, did you want to add something before?
Yeah, one more thing. There are use cases. I see use cases with my clients where we have the situation where we don't use the create payment by payment account module, which has changed, but we check for a payment account. So there are automations, let's say, for every guest where we don't have a payment account, then send a payment link, for example. So if you have such automations where you check the payment account to check if you need to send a payment link or to do something else, then you also need to change the code to the search payment accounts fields to make sure that there is no payment account. Okay, because elsewise on the 15th of May, everybody would get a payment account. So it's very, very important that you also check these automations if you rely somewhere on the existence or on the non-existence of a payment account.
Of course, you can also ask questions in the community or under the video if something is unclear, and we will also, as I mentioned, update the new extensions, so automations that we showed you before. So the payment automation, the one that reacts on the cancellation policy expiration time, and also the one that creates the payment account via payment link. We will replace those extensions so that you can later on just, as we said, export them and upload them into your scenarios. So thank you so much for the time, and thank you so much, Felix, for showing us the new how to deal with new changes. And see you at the next Automation Club.